Okay, thank you, Mr. Julius, for having me, for inviting me here. Thank you also to the Amity for having me here. So I will share you some of my metric so you can see for publication. This is the most important when we do some publication about travel photography. We must know about the definition of the travel photography. Some we can see that many people send their picture to publisher or to editor, to exhibition, so too many things, but they forget what is the travel photography is. So definition by FIAP or International Federation of Art Photography, travel photography is an image must express the feeling of time and place, portray a land and its distinctive feature or culture in its natural state. Yeah, natural state. Remember this, the natural state. So, in short terms, is the documentation of culture, landscape, people, and architecture. So, when we talk about travel photography, it's not about we are going to another place and we take a picture just like that. No, it's about you take a picture of maybe cultures, maybe landscape, maybe people, and maybe architecture. And the best if you can take all of this. And the keywords of the travel photography is sense of time and place. So it means what? If I go to India, I take a picture of China. It's not a travel photography because we have to take a picture of Indian. And the sense of time, maybe we go to the holy festival in India, we take a pictures of the festival, how they react, how they play the dance and the colors. So it's about the sense of time and place. Okay, so you must be remembered that travel photography is about sense of time and place. Just like we go to Dubai. When I go to Dubai, I must take what is the most iconic, what the most Dubai heritage. So it will call the travel photography. How the people wear their costume in Dubai, how people walk in the Dubai. It's called about travel photography. So must be remember about this. Because don't misplace between travel photography and others. It's so dangerous when we go or send our picture to the magazine or to exhibition. The next screen is what is publication? Actually, what is publication? So publication is actually showing your photos or showing your pictures. Whether you make it in the PDF or maybe you showing in the club photo. In Indonesia, there is a one. It is the oldest club photo in Indonesia. It's like it's named Park Bandung, where I went there, I learned there, and I publish my picture there. So I get the feedback from there. So you can also maybe in Dubai or in India has a club photo. You can learn that and you can publish your picture in the club photo because they also have their own style of travel photography. Or maybe you showing your picture in social media. You use your Instagram, you use your Friendster, Facebook, Twitter. Of course, we talk about social media. Maybe it is only in small scope. In the biggest, we go to the competition. Remember, when you winning a competition and your picture become the winner and publish in the maybe in their websites or maybe in their building or maybe they have their own exhibition, it means you publish your travel photography and you will find the gain of the competition. Of course, it needs a good photo to win the competition because we cannot just take the pictures and send just like that. We must know that our picture is good enough, great enough, in good compose or not. And then exhibition actually same with competition, but exhibition usually people come and see your pictures and think about your pictures, see your pictures. Is it part of publication? Now the other one is you send your photo to magazine. Maybe in this evening I will focus little bit in magazine. How you publish your picture in magazine? Magazine, of course, they have their own audience and they have great impact for your publication. And the last one, usually is the one of the important is you make a book. Book is very important because what? It is about you. You can sell it, you can you can give to your friends or everything. No worries. But it is usually the last thing you do when you publish, make a book. Of course, a photography book. Okay. I go to the next. screen. What kind of travel photograph? What kind of travel photos suitable for publication? Be careful, as I said before. If not every travel photography, every travel pictures can be published. How to what to make a difference between your photo to other photo to other maybe the big name in photography, just like Yamashita, Steve McCurry. How to make a difference between your photo and so first make your photo is never seen before. I know it is a really cliche, but it's much like that. Make sure your photo is never seen before. So you got to have a much literature about photo. You must Google or browsing any photo related to the place you go. You go to maybe to Indonesia. You want to take a picture of Mount Bromo. Everybody know Mount Bromo. So how you take a pictures different from others? Of course, first you have to search the picture that people make before. And second, you come to the place and you think which one is the best. You only need one picture to make yourself what I said to achieve your goal. You need only one people to make your moment. Okay, so never seen before, and of course different from other. Some of my friends said there is nothing new in this world, so everything has already been shot. So make it different. Okay, so you can only make a difference if you have a lot of literature. You have a lot of knowledge about pictures. So you must read a lot, see a lot. And then the second is this is what of the most important when you do a travel photography. Your photography must have information, must have news, must have emotion. Whether your emotion when you see the object or the emotion of the people that you take and feeling. Yeah, feeling is relative, but you must make the picture is talking about itself. Okay, don't too intrinsic. Sometimes a little bit mysterious is important. Okay, and giving talk. I mean, giving talk is that when people maybe you can when you see a book, a photography book, and then you just need only 1 second, 2 seconds to see the books is not good because what the picture is so boring. So when you can make people open one page and they will admire your picture maybe for 1 minute or 2 minutes, I think you made a good. So make sure that your picture is like that. Make it different. Okay. Whether the picture giving a right or wrong message, bad or good message is okay. The travel photography is talking about the truth, what you see, what you feel when you go to some place. And when you go to the some place and you think you have skill enough to take a picture, remember, don't stress out. Make yourself happy, enjoyable. Make a journey. So when you take a picture, you think that it is a burden for you. Let your photography instinct do your thing. Usually, when you are a photographer, when you hold your camera, you know your own instinct. So don't worry about that. Okay. I move to another one. It's maybe only another two screen. It's very short, but it's important. Make an adventure photo. Usually, National Geographic, Asian Geographic, Australian Geographic, Geo magazine in Europe, they need a picture that make an adventure photo. It means that when you make a picture, when you as a photographer make yourself as you are an Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? When you think that you are Indiana Jones with camera, your picture will be like Indiana Jones. It's full of action. It's full of decisive moment, great moment, and interesting moment. So define yourself. I am a Indiana Jones, and I have a camera, and camera is my tool to take a pictures. It's different when you come to the place as a tourist. Don't come to a place as tourist. Come to that place as traveler. Try to get lost. Try to feel something new. Make yourself curious. When you see, oh, what happened to that people? What is people? What kind of people that? I want to know about that. Oh, I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. Just follow your instinct. Follow the people. maybe you can find something that is different. I will show you something that's different in my picture because I am get lost. Okay?
Mr. Roberts, I think we have a questions. Uh, just now you mentioned about being adventurous as a photographer for travel magazine.
Yes.
How do you see people from different culture? You know, because we are now living in the environment, especially when we study university like Amity, the students are came from different country and they have different point of view. Have you encountered like, let's say, if you see a photographer from certain cultural background, they tend to capture certain style, or they have the common kind of style.
Of
If
course.
it's for the yes,
Okay. So,
thank you.
as I said before, you must have a good literature of pictures or the place you come to go. You place the place you want to go. Okay. So when I go to Oman, I know that in the Gulf area, is it forbidden to take a picture of woman, especially without permission. That's the first. Also, sometimes it's forbidden to take a pictures when people use their hijab in just alone in the street. It's cannot. So make sure when you come to your when wherever you want to go, you must know about the cultures of the place that you want to go. So maybe in the MET there is a different culture. That's the place where you can learn about your friends. Maybe in the this is Dubai. Maybe in Dubai there is an Indian, maybe it's a Chinese, Singaporean, or Malaysian. You can ask them. You can maybe you can feel them. Oh, usually Singapore people don't like when people say that la 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 la. Maybe or maybe in Malaysian or Indonesian. In China, when I go to China to the place where the Uyghur people, there is all of them is usually is 90% is Muslim. They cannot we cannot take a picture without permission. That's the first. Same like the Oman or maybe in Dubai, it's in some place like in the Gulf area. But when you take it, when you ask it with a polite way, they will give your picture. Maybe the best way, the best way to post for you. So I think when you have just like MIT, the university with many differences of people, it is a strong what a strong opponent for you to become know about people. So when you come wherever you go, you know. In Europe, it is forbidden when you suddenly take a picture of a little boy or maybe a little boy swimming in the beach. They will say that, oh, you are person or what, something like that. So it is important for you become everybody, whatever it is, they like to they like to know that they have to. I mean that everybody will appreciate any photographer that is polite, but happy. Happy means that when you go to the people and the people don't like to you to take a picture, don't. It's okay. Don't take hard. Don't take their picture, but smile. You always smile. This is a good way to get a good picture. Smile is the get for a good picture. I think that's all.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. Also, the other question that we might quite wondering, have you encountered some cases whereby you give an assignment to take a picture in certain places and you realize the uh, the culture in that place not allows you to take picture as what the assignment is given to you. So have you encountered those kind of challenge, and how you overcome it? Because we in Dubai, we have, you know, we mix culture here in Dubai. We have a Muslim, we have a non-Muslim, and we have a Western, we have a Eastern, and they have a different things. So sometimes we might have a concept, we want to do some kind of a photograph of for certain project require us to take a picture of A, let's say, and then but we know is challenging. So how you usually, or have you encountered similar situations?
First, okay, I see the point. Actually, it's the same thing as the first question. But being photographer is being strong, being brave. That is most important, especially for travel photography where you must face many people, especially for that. So I ask you, when some people smiling at you, there's two action that you will give, whether you smile also, or whether you run away, you go away. When you have difficult like that, you must sign over and over and give your best smile. That's the first. Now for me, when I make a first assignment, Silk Road, the Urumqi, Kashgar, Tajikistan, the people is not friendly actually. But when I said that, oh, I come from what the biggest Muslim country, what happened? They asked me to come to their place and they give me food to eat. So uh, you must a little bit tricky. Actually, you must be a little bit tricky to overcome that. Okay, you must a little bit tricky. So yes, I have a difficult like that, but everything will be fine when you know how to settle it. And sometimes it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. When the situation is not good enough, don't push. Never push people. Never push people. So maybe you today you cannot you take a picture. Maybe tomorrow you see there, you smile again. When I go to Malaysia, to the Malacca, I need to take a picture of a barber lady. I have to come to that place for five times or six times. I even take my pictures, my haircut there. After that, she also that no picture, no picture, no picture. After that, don't give up. So that's the best I can suggest for you, that never give up and come over and over again. Okay, Mr. Julius.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. That's really good. Participant asking if you can discuss as well, like, in terms of the photography, visual technique, like how to distinguish between good taken picture or photography. Yeah, or maybe you can discuss a few sample of your photographs. Yes, thank you.
I think all of my material can be discussed by showing my pictures. Okay, I think I skip this one. I go to the pictures. This is the published magazine. Okay, the left one in the height is I take in the Tasmania. This is a Western in Australia. Is this Western country? So they don't too much care. We are not taking picture of the face, so no worries about that. The right one in the up is about Tibet. This is Tibet. I forget the name of the lake, but it's very nice. In the right bottom is Nepal. Nepal and India is one of the most friendly people in the world. It's easy for me to take any picture. Just asking them, they will give. And the left button is about taking picture in the. This is in the Karakulek. Karakulek is mean in the Xinjiang. It's about. It's very long way. I have to drive about 8 hours from Kashgar. From Kashgar, I fly from Guangzhou 2 hours to Kashgar, and then from Kashgar 8 hours. From Indonesia to Guangzhou is about 8 hours. So it's almost 20 hours to take this picture. Okay. So this is sample. This is one of the sample that published in National Geographic. All of this one is in Indonesia. I show you another one. Okay. This is the cover of my books. My pictures. Yeah. The left one is American from America. This one in the middle is from Indonesia. The left one, the right one is in the. You can see the cover of the book, the magazine, and this is the cover of the Marco Polo. Is title is Meniti Jejak Marco Polo in Tiongkok. It means retracking footstep of Marco Polo in China. So the topic, the title is retracing the footsteps of Marco Polo in China. So I drive about less than 2 weeks or 13 weeks. 13 days. 13 days by car about 8,000 kilometers around. It's very very tired. It's very very tired. Can you? I believe that in Dubai it's really easy to find pictures that like this one because there is many desert, many dune in Dubai or maybe in the Gulf Island.
Yes, correct.
One of the most important in make this picture is to make a great light and shadow on these pictures. That's the most difficult. The first one. So I have to find quite long to make a shape that where the camel can give the shadow in the what I can say in the it's about 3 hour it about at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Trust me, to make the camel is not close enough. You know what I mean? Close enough. It's really difficult. This is a very difficult to control the for me or for us when I go to my friend. It's really hard to control the camel that they can separate like this one. Usually one of them will be connected one each other. That's a bad picture. So when you see a picture, a camel in the dune, wherever it is, the travel photograph, and you see the camel is close, maybe the nose, the mouth of the camel in the back stumble at the camel number two. That is not good. So you must have a space between the camel. That's the right one. But so when you ask me about what good about this picture, it's not about how you can make this picture in the dune, but how you control the dune, how do you control the camel to be like this one. I have seen many pictures in the about dune and the camel usually grouping each other. This is not good. So you must be have a space between the dune. So you look at the sky. The sky there is a little bit white, but it's okay. It's not over. But sometimes the sky like that. Some people said, "Oh, is this is over?" No, this is not over. Some sky and some cloud just like that. Okay.
Yes, we can see. Also, Mr. Robert, we have a, in Amity we have a fashion department. It's quite big. And one of the attendee, Miss Richa Gupta, she's the program leader of fashion in Amity, Dubai. And she asking if you can talk about fashion travel photography. So have you kind of have a project who particularly looking at the fashion in certain ethnic or style when they travel? Yes.
Okay. I will give you some sample in this. There is a sample of fashion. It's not too fashion, but it's travel. But there is a ethnical what I call ethnical things in that. Okay. But in this material, I don't take this. I don't take the. I didn't put the fashion one. But usually I have take fashion before, but not in the travel, not in the travel. Some there is like that. So when you go to the India, when they use the sari good, and you post them good, it can be a travel photo for fashion. Maybe the model is not as good as the real model, but actually that is a model of the travel. I move to another picture. Okay, you can see the left eye, the left in the up. Okay, the first there's a girl. This we call about the fashion. Why? First, this is Muslim. This is a Chinese Tajikistan or Xinjiang or Uyghur. Very friendly. Actually, for the first time, she doesn't want to be pictures. But one of her friend, the left one in the high, in the up, there's a lady. The lady actually a fashion travel photography. You can see she wear a traditional Muslim costume in Xinjiang. And the lady is very beautiful. You see, just like between Chinese and Western or Tajikistan. So this is we can say this one is about travel photography, but it's a fashion one because of what it can show us the custom of the fashion of her. So the in the beginning I said travel photography is about landscape. So some landscape here you can see the Milky Way upon the Utes. Utes is a Mongolian or Tajikistan place to live. Yeah, this is a very easy to take pictures. No worries, but you must go to very small and no lighting place to take these pictures. Okay, the Milky Way. Beside the Milky Way, there you see there is a what I say a dancer. Dancer. The dancer is about traditional Xinjiang with their own costume. It can refer to fashion photography also, but in the traveling way. So you can see that.
Mr. Robert, yeah. Also, Mr. Robert, when you explain of the picture, because your picture obviously is really stand out, and we have a lot of questions in regard with your picture. Can you also discuss a little bit about the technical part of it, like how you shoot it, maybe because they're really curious about your pictures. So maybe you can explain from the technical point of view, like how you shoot it. Yeah, like yeah, in the technical side of it, it's just a little
Okay.
bit. Yes.
Okay. Okay. The first one, the lady one, the lady one is very easy. I use only the one camera with the wide open, sorry, wide lens. It's about 16 to 35 millimeter. And I put this just like maybe about 3 meters, 3 meters, 2 or 3 meters in front of the lady. So I take a bigger aperture, about 2.8 aperture. So to make the picture is become the lady pictures become clear. Okay, but 2.8 I because I don't take the picture too much close, about 2 or 3 meters in front of the lady. So the background is also clearly. So there actually, can we do this with the photo camera phone, handphone? Yes, of course. You can make this by camera phone. No worries. It's very easy one. I think the most difficult is how to connect yourself between the models, the lady, with you. You can see the eye of the lady. She see at my lens. That's why it looks so what I call so live. So there is no difficult technical for. Maybe a little difficult is about the Milky Way. The Milky Way, you see the sky with the many stars. What I call it, many stars. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. First, you must take this with tripod, and then you have to take your lens wide open. Okay, sorry, your lens must be wide, so the lens can grab all the sky. Okay, and for this one, for the Milky Way, you must use a wide lens to take all the sky. More wide or wider, you can take a bigger sky, and you must use a tripod to take that pictures. And make sure you go to the unpolluted place or very dark place. There is no light. So how could you make this so bright? How to make the tent so bright? So first, you use a torch. You use the torch to shining the tent for
Yes.
maybe 1 minute, and your camera take focus on the tent and focus. And after the light of your torch light out, you take a shutter. Long shutter is about maybe 6 seconds to
Mm.
5 seconds. 6 seconds to 10 seconds. So you will get this one. Of course, with bigger aperture, maybe 0.8 or 1.4. It depends on your lens. Some maybe use the 5.8, 5, but it's okay. But bigger is better. Okay, so you can take it clearly. And then maybe now a little difficult. Can you see the lady who's dancing there in the right one?
Yes.
It's a little difficult then because I take it when I see the dance performance. So it depends on your whether it's a long I mean the use tele or maybe you use wide. If you use wide, make sure that you near the dancer. But if you use tele on a long lens, you can take it from the back from afar, but make sure you are little bit high in the high place so you all the lady. And to make a little bit what I call a little bit blurring, first you must focus at one of the dance, and then you take a long exposure. Maybe I use this about 3 or 5. I forget 3 or 5. You can use your don't you don't have to use your tripod. It's okay. 3 or 5 seconds can manage it. For the others, I think it's not so difficult. It's only a easy shot because it's only snapshot. On the left one in the bottom, you use the white lens, and because this is I take not a long exposure. It's only maybe f8, yeah, aperture 8, and then the ISO is about 100. So you make a aperture about that, then your camera will adjust by itself. Okay, I go to another screen.
Yes.
Okay, because there is a more great photo. All of this is can you see right bottom? Okay, in the right bottom. In the right bottom, you see there is a buffalo head. When you go to travel, don't forget to take something that is maybe you think, wow, what is this? No use. But actually, it is completed your article or your photo stories. Some like this one is very completed because what? It is about their routine things in their life. So you must take it. Maybe you said it's not interesting, but maybe for you, but for the audience, for the reader, it is important because actually this is a head of the yak, what I call it, some animal from Tibet, huh? And there is become something they put in their house, in every Tibetan house. This is very interesting. And beside that, right about the bull, cow or bull or yak, yeah, there is a man hanging on a Buddha statue. You can see, actually, this one is something there is you cannot see every day. Maybe you go to Tibet, but not every day they bring the Buddha in front and do the Kora. The Kora is mean you rounding a monastery almost for seven times. It's not every day you can see. So you take it as something like this, something that is different that cannot, is not everyone see. Just like the others is very common, but it's important to tell the people because not every people is know about us. Maybe as a photographer, travel photographer is I always see like that, nothing more important. But for the audience, usually for publication, this one must be completed. You must have this item in your article or your photo story. Okay. The previous.
Yes.
This one is made in the Tajikistan land. National Geographic. This is National Geographic America. National Geographic usually like about people, about something that is not every time we can see. To take this picture, I have to enter the pen or youth and about 2 hours talking with them, of course with the translator, okay. And they offer me a meal from goat. And to be honest, in Indonesia, we rarely drink that. So is it difficult? Yes, of course. Difficult for me if I never drink that. But to honor the family, I drink all the one whole glass. I drink it, and they become comfortable with me, and they forget that I'm a photographer. There, when they forget that you are photographer, you can take any picture you want without they will be angry, even though they don't. They even they do- even they know that you take a picture, it's okay. They will act as usual. So sometimes we must do something like this one, okay? Something like this one. So it's a little bit sacrifice, yeah. To be and you see the lady with the dog. The lady is a doctor, yeah, a doctor. And the room of the house is only 4 meters square, only 4 meters or 16 meters square, very small. And in the middle, they don't have light. They use what solar panel. You see at the tents there is a black one, a little black one. It is a solar panel. This picture is very meaningful to others when they read the story because
Oh, yes.
it shows the what people can achieve their dreams become
Mm.
even in this situation like this one.
Some of the attendee asking, would you be able to give us some kind of advice for students who wanted to pursue in this career to become just like you, taking photo for publication for famous magazine? So, what is your advice if you would like to give advice for students going to graduate and pursue this line of career? Never give up.
Because what? It's very tired job.
Okay.
You feel far away from your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your son or your daughter. Very, very tired. And sometimes it's about self-actualization. It's about maybe it's not about money, but you can see a different perspective when you go to the place like this. You
Mm.
can find the meaning of life. So when you do this, you must prepare for yourself, open your mind that there is something beyond us that we don't know that make us, yes, I should do this. Trust me. When you feel like that, you can handle all of the obstacle, even though about tirelessness, flying everywhere, different culture, different weather. It's very, very interesting. So in the my, I can, Mr. Yunis, I can give you all the material to you and something important to the students so they can
Yes.
read it a whole lot. Yeah.
Yes, that will be excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Robert. Also, in terms of the technical, like in terms of the photography skill, what do you suggest the student to learn to prepare to pursue the career as you are doing now?
To
In
be honest,
yeah,
yeah. To be honest, the picture is the technical is not difficult. Very very simple. But you must what I call practice. First, to take picture of this, you must practice in your maybe in university how to take a picture. Just usual. The technical is not difficult. You can learn by doing. Okay, and I don't use any difficult skill because you will know it when you do it. You will know it just by do it. Even though you use your camera automatic, you can have this. So
so in terms of camera hardware, do you have a suggestion? In terms of camera, you know, the hardware, do you have some advice like what type of camera it could is really good for this kind of a line?
okay, this is important because I have speak about this. I have learned this. First, it depends on your job. If you go to traveling, you must have a robust camera that can sustain in every extreme day, extreme weather. Yeah, be careful for some brand that is not good enough in extreme weather. I cannot speak about brand actually, but when I go to different place, just like Silk Road, some I go to the cold one, and then in next 2 days I go to very hot one, and the camera become jam. Be careful about that because what when your camera jam is difficult. So make sure you have two camera, two body, two lens. Yeah, it will make yourself still running your job. You still running your project. So you must have two bodies. Different brand will be okay because what if one brand collapse, you have another one. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well, what I share is inspiring you. What I got from all of this is not about money. It's not about achievement of the maybe you got to the magazine or not. But you can expand your view, expand your experience, expand your journey, and it make you feel grateful. When I go to Nepal, I see the Annapurna first time, and I have asthma. I go there and I have asthma. I cry and I pray to God. I'm so grateful. The feeling like that make me like this. Don't worry about anything. Find something that maybe it's not every time you can see people or anything like this. What? Pelajaran hidup tu apa ya?
Oh, the lesson of life.
Yeah, this is lesson of life. Yeah, the lesson of life. Be careful. It's a lesson for life when we do this one.
Okay.
Don't give up. Achieve what you want to achieve, and begin with a small step by step by step, and you will achieve just like this one. I guarantee. Thank you.